In this video, we will discuss about intravenous injection of iCAR-TCTL results of different cohort. In the previous video, we have discussed the in vivo studies, but I forgot to mention what kind of injections was used in that in vivo studies. In that studies, the researchers had did the peritoneal injection of iCAR-T cells into the mice, and in this case, they used the intravenous injection of iCAR-T cells. So the difference between the intravenous and peritoneal is that in the peritoneal, the iCAR-T cells are directly injected at the site of or near the organs, whereas in the intravenous injections, the iCAR-T cells are injected in the bloodstream. So in the peritoneal injection case, the absorption into the blood is slower because the CAR-T cells are injected into the organs, whereas in the intravenous injection case, the CAR-T cells are directly injected into the bloodstream. So here also they did the experiment in different cohorts or in different combinations, and iCAR-TCTL, as I have discussed, as I have told in many times in our previous videos, that these are the CAR-T cells derived from mature T cell lineage, which is differentiated from induced pluripotent stem cells, and they use the same kind of model or same experimental plan. That is, first they inject the mice with solid tumor cells, and 3 days after that they inject CAR-T cells. This time they did the intravenous injections, and as we can see that in different cohorts, the tumor volumes are increased for the control and even for the CAR-T cells derived from PBMCs, and for the single modifications, that is either DG kinase knockout or uh, addition of interleukin 15 into the iCAR-T cells uh, shows a high tumor volume or low tumor suppressions. But in the case where they use DGK, uh, in the case where they use both the combinations, that is DG kinase knockout, that is DGK alpha and DGK beta, and the addition of interleukin 15 will cause the will result in the high tumor suppressions, as can be seen here. In the panel C, we see the combination, we see the combined results of different cohorts, and can see that in the double combinations we are able to see a lowest tumor suppressions. And when they check it for the survival rate, survival rates also in line with the tumor suppressions, that it is higher for the case where they see both the where they use both the combinations in the iCAR-TCTL cells. And after this, they some of the data they also shown in the supplemental figures, where they also check the idea that if these modifications are being introduced in the iCAR-T cells derived from immature T cell lineage, that we have discussed in first or second figure of this paper. And in that case, what they are able to see is that in the peritoneal injection case, the results are in line with the iCAR-TCTL, but in the case of intravenous injections, they are able to see lower tumor suppressions compared to the iCAR-T cells derived from mature T cell lineage. So from that, they made a point that it's the CAR-T cells that are derived from the mature T cell lineage, and with different combination therapies, it can be used for this CAR modified T cells immunotherapies. So this is what they finally conclude in this paper, that iCAR-T cells can be used for these immunotherapies, and not just direct iCAR-T cells, but with some modifications. And it depends on it depends on the conditions the patient is currently on. And this CAR-T cells has shown promising results on the solid tumors, which is one of the major concern. And this CAR-T cell, not CAR-T cell, this CAR-T cell approach or the modification shows promising results on the solid tumors in the in vivo studies, which is one of the major concerns about the CAR-T cells against solid tumors, that its efficiencies is not good as it is uh, compared to the non-solid tumor cancers, such as blood cancers. So I hope you understood to some extent how they finally come to the final conclusions that iCAR-T cells that are derived from mature T cell lineage, which are differentiated from induced pluripotent stem cells, has a better tumor suppressions when are combined with some modifications. And in this case, the modification that they used is by knocking down DAG kinase and also by addition of interleukin 15. So if you need to understand more about their experiments in detail, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.